pass a lane like that.
Yeah, against double range can be quite troublesome. But we'll get ourselves into it. Game 1 in this best of 2. G2.iG up against Gaimin Gladiators. A lot of G's in this one. As Quinn and Dyrachyo just running it down mid. Good old NA pubs coming back into style. They're smoked up to get some wards, get some vision down. Let's see what's coming their way.
Yeah, and they realized Dyrachyo, his smoke broke, so he did know that the Kunkka ran past him at least down there, but Kunkka also just being sneaky, walking down. No ward on him, no ward placed.
Gaimin Gladiators, they see everything. High ground ward watches Kunkka. The ward off to that left side of the mid lane, spotting everything as well. Do we have any sentries?
Yeah, there's sentry on Techies. Techies has 2, so... But he's not sure about that ward, I think. So, heavy mid warding in this game.
Yeah, and G2.iG probably going to lose their high ground ward there as it does get spotted. Getting placed a little late. Celery sitting around still in this mid lane with Quinn. Going for the bottom rune, it looks like. Very spread here from Gaimin Gladiators. They're trying to steal 4 runes. This is some sneaky stuff. Undying takes bottom. They do get 3. Ace and Celery with Tofu grabbing them. Baboka the only one to get one. And Baboka being chased by Dyrachyo. Ace being chased by Monet. And looks like they should all be fine.
Angry TB just chasing after Marcy. Can't keep going forever though.
It's that sentry play. So Baboka put that sentry in front of the Radiant tier 2. So it held the creep wave back, and now he's blocking it. So they'll have the wave shove back towards their side.
Yeah, that's a neat little thing to try and get the lane fixed. And you see the TB here trying to body block, but not going to be able to keep the creeps out of towers. Lane's going to push no matter what, guaranteeing that Windrunner will get to CS in very safe territory. The only problem when you do this is that it can be hard to contest the enemy small camp. But now they're doing a lot of damage to Undying, using Windrunner as well. So maybe Baboka can contest it now, Undying being too low HP to 1v1 him. Yeah,
Baboka just goes and stands in the wave itself. Interesting little bits of tech there in his bottom lane. So Marcy with the Wind Ranger down here against Undying TB. So it doesn't seem to be that double range lane, but still quite irritating for Celery to play into the Wind Ranger. And Marcy can offer that potential chase and catch. Celery just thought, yeah, he's got 2 blood grenades. Why not throw one and maybe go for a kill on JT? Dyrachyo just needs another hit here. Oh my god, he might just have it. Oh no, under the tower, that protection aura. The 5 armor increase.
Yeah, 9 armor on Wind when she's on the tier 2 tower. He would have killed him had he not been close to that tower proximity there. That saves him for sure.
Mid lane, Quinn taking quite a bit of damage. Dyrachyo, looks like he's just getting disposed around in that bottom lane. Chasing Baboka with a reflection. Let's see if he can finish him off now. TB needs 1 more hit. Oh, he's going for it, but the meta wears off right at the end.
This is a lot of fighting for Dyrachyo. I mean, it's good that he's putting pressure on the opponent, but all this time he's not really focusing on the CSing, so only 5 CS so far. Of course, Morphling also only at 5, but he's fighting against this Centaur for last hits, and Ace doing a good job kind of bullying him. We see a little reset here by Baboka, gonna die to the tower, quick trip back to base, full HP, full mana.
Oh, blast off up at top. Ace and Tofu just gonna back up. Getting spammed out by adaptive strikes and all this sticky bomb nonsense from X-Nova and Monet. So Ace here going for magic stick bracers, not the helm and rings of protection build.
Very interesting to see no ring of protection or any armor increase on Centaur. This is very much not how people usually build Centaur. I'd love to pick his brain about why he decided to do this, because this seems weird to me against especially the Techie's harassment. Even Morphling can right-click you quite a bit when you try to get too close.
Yeah. Curious one. We'll see what it goes for next. It really has been double ring of protection, Helm of Iron Will, and kind of thinking about the Veil or whatever you want to go for. But he's gone and bought the second bracer out, I think. It's, coming on courier with a wand.
So the reasoning I can imagine is that, okay, Morphling has insane right-click damage. His last hitting is really, really strong, and he wants to stay competitive, being able to actually CS. So this way, he has 85 damage on the Centaur with the stat increase that he has. So if he goes up to try and CS against the Morphling, he has like competitive damage to do it.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah. I guess that little bit of tankiness is going to help against the adaptive strikes and blast-offs as well. Techie's going for a bit of a wander. Grab a bounty rune and pop back into lane, where Monet is being pressured quite a bit, but gets a courier snipe under his own tower. Ace a little lax with the control.
Fighting for every bit of farming time that you can here. Monet not having an easy time as the Centaur and Batrider are just in his face. Even with the creep pull here, very annoying. He does not die to that flame break.
Forces him to shift though. It's just irritating, not comfortable at all.
Yeah, he wants to go all the way down to max agi, like uses Tango, uses Magic Stick, but he doesn't really have time to do it. Batrider always chasing after him.
We've got a moment of safety now. Bottom lane still right in front of this dire tier 1 tower. So JT 17 and 3, Terrorblade 20 and 4. Doesn't seem like it's bothered Dyrachyo all that much. And now Metamorphosis is back up, so G2.iG got to be very wary of that.
It hasn't bothered the TB, but still pretty damn good. Nice TP here, coming in mid. And Quinn goes down first blood, 2. Nothing to say on that Kunkka, showing he knows what he can do. And that's the danger. If you're laning against Kunkka mid, Xmark can really set up for those TP ganks.
Yeah, X-Nova just like, okay, well, out of that top lane, my Morphing's level 4. Maybe he'll struggle with some last hits, but he's fine, can sustain up there. I can make a bit of a move.
And this is a pretty early attempted move.
I'm going to come back into that lane as it looks like nothing to say.
Though.
Already rotating top.
Work out. Tofu has
don't usually see this. So he's what, 2 experience or something away from level 6, but he's going to come up here, crack the 6, have the X and the boat. Perfect timing from nothing to say here to set up on the Tofu and get a kill on the bat.
They saw the rotation come in.
Usually it's like a, I don't know, level 7, level 8 Kunkka rotating with an action rune, but this time around, nothing to say. Just like, nah, snap into action as quickly as I possibly can. Quinn looks like he's going to zone him away a little bit from that mid lane. Does hit level 6 himself on the TA, so trap's now available. Baboka dipping back into jungle at the same time as Tofu is. So both position 4s getting a good job going, building stacks. Stacks for TA, stacks for Kunkka. Always feels very good.
Yeah, Rune gonna spawn bottom. Undying holding it. No luck for Kunkka here.
There's 3 heroes there from Gaimin Gladiators. Tofu and Celery. So they knew that high ground ward had been placed. They're coming here. It's already dissipated, but they do get a new observer ward up there. Nothing to say. You're going to X-Mark himself in towards that mid lane to try and clear the wave. Wrapped around on by the Undying and Batrider. Not sure they can go too deep to chase him, so a bit of wasted time and effort here from Gaimin Gladiators.
I mean, they're trying to help Quinn with this game after the first blood death there, and also put pressure towards the Kunkka here. Maybe steal his big camp as well. This is pretty good damage if you can just take that away even.
Nothing to say
for that 7-minute rune.
Oh god, you're right. Yeah, Tofu gets the courier snipe alongside Celery as the TP from Nothing to Say is coming in. Boat and Torrent going to come and connect on Tofu and Celery. They got the Wisdom rune, but they're both going to die for it.
Oh no. That is not worth it.
A double kill for the Kunkka. That's pretty big for IG.
He's dominating at 7 minutes. He's having a fantastic start here. That combo just throwing in. I mean, that's the thing about Wisdom runes. Makes it very obvious where the opponents are going to be. So he just times that both Torrent combo. And sure, you didn't get Wisdom, but double kill is going to be a great trade for him.
Well, they did get one because X-Nova went to the far left side and snagged the other one. So it's not as if Gaimin Gladiators got 2 either.
Yeah, they controlled the top one. Very good move. G2.iG. Good rotations overall right now, I want to say. Gladiators struggling a little bit more.
Very smooth from them.
Oh, they're looking at top. They want to dive the Centaur.
Blast off first. Monet and Baboka. The second round comes in. The dispose and the damage from the Morph. Ace will try and hold them back with Lotuses and double bracers. He is incredibly tanky.
Yeah, not even using the healing Lotus there. He has 2 available, still holding on. He does have that chainmail, of course, and Centaur's HP pool with 2 bracers is pretty insane. 1352 HP this early in the game is a lot to go through.
Well, good luck doing that. I mean, it's a bit of pressure, but in the end, not really gaining too much. And while this is happening, yeah, mid-tier 1.
Gonna go down here. Pretty early tower. This is something we quite often see from TA on mid lane. Very good at pressuring that tower when you leave it, so nothing to say. Focusing a bit on clearing jungle, not feeling safe on the mid lane fully. Gonna lose a bit of map control there.
And now Quinn, potentially alongside his teammates, have access into that dire jungle. Can go and steal some stacks, some ancients.
This is what you want to do on TA. If you take away the mid tower, you fully can just invade into the enemy, and you will find some stacks here. Has the traps available to control the area.
I mean, not too much that G2.iG can do. Baboka's like, guys, I stacked this for you. No one's defending it. TA's just come and cleared it out. They leave the lane for a little bit, and let's give TB the time now to dip back, get into jungle after shoving out his wave.
Yeah, with that, they're basically dead even on the mid laners with a little bit of stealing. Of course, Kunkka having all those kills puts them pretty even, but Kunkka clearing out as well a triple stack in the medium camp right now, so he's up at 5.1k even.
Yeah, but look at the TA and what she's doing. A big old stack in the ancients.
Gotta get that gold.
Should get her back.
Kind of just pressuring top. He's like, I haven't seen the support team forever, so I'm just gonna start doing some damage here. See him going for that full Vlads, it looks like, coming up for him.
Straight to the bottom with
yeah, still, I don't know, still unusual for me seeing these morphlings go for the Vlads, but every part about it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's still very good. Even though it was nerfed a little bit, the nerf was only to others, not to yourself.
Allies. Yeah. Screw the allies.
Yeah, I mean, it was broken when it gave 4 armor to everyone around you. It was way too crazy. But yeah, no, it's still a good item. And Morphlings, they really enjoy it. Scan onto Duracho here. Uh-oh, Morphling coming through the gate as well.
Oh, this is rough. Duracho, nobody coming to save him. Maybe he wanted to go through that twin gate and just get the hell out of there because G2.iG bring everybody down into this bottom lane.
He's dug up 3 salves with his shovel, but none of those are going to be able to save him from that gank.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Through the twin gate, straight up to top. At least X-Nova is. Yeah, Monet's going to follow him. Look to defend that tier 1 against the Centaur. But look at this smoke from Gaimin Gladiators. They know that, you know, bottom lane, they lose the TB, they lose the tier 1. It's time to sweep through that top jungle and get on to the tankies. Missing the meld, now disarmed. TA with Tofu still going to chase forward onto X-Nova here, but G2.iG have the response potentially. Nothing to say in Monet trying to fight, but a lasso, the shackle shot, beautifully placed. Ace in a little bit of trouble, running off to the right-hand side. They're losing their Kunkka, though, as Duracho arrives. Monet dropping low as well, no waveform, just trying to shift into his strength, but Quinn offering so much damage with his amplification from the Flesh Golem. The Undying charging forward. Windrun is ready for JT. The Flame Break nicely placed, but they don't have the stuns or control to continue following through. Massive fight for Gaimin Gladiators, though.
Yeah, that was very dominant right there. It just had the numbers from the start of the fight, right? You TP in, you try and defend here as IG, but a little bit too little, too late. Look at how outnumbered they are. 4v3 here at the start of the fight, and they're just losing heroes. Even though Kunkka did do a lot of damage, it's not enough to burst anyone. And yeah, they just committed to a very dangerous defense of that tier 1 top tower. Very hard without the numbers. They didn't have the Marcy available for that fight, and she would have been pretty crucial to help fight there with her ulti.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like, you know, drafts like this that G2.iG have, where they're not super reliant on long cooldowns. They can continually fight whenever they want to. But when you're facing off against a draft like Gaimin Gladiators that has Tombstone, Metamorphosis, Stampede, Lasso, they've got all that ready and you're fighting into it, things get really nasty with all the stuff on the floor. There's meta TB illusions, there's zombies everywhere. We could see the kind of turn from G2.iG to just try and kill the Tombstone, and then once that was dead, okay, what's next? We've got to deal with the next, you know, putting out fires in these fights.
Yeah, basically, and all the while, the Tibu was just freely doing whatever he wanted, so it's the good thing about having heroes like Undying. You create a little bit of distraction, and even with their low amount of disables, they still show that if they are all on top of the opponent immediately, it doesn't really matter. You don't really need stuns necessarily. You have a good amount of slows from the Sticky Napalm, the Reflection, TA, even the Undying coming in with some good slow from his ulti.
Well, 3k lead emerging now for Gaimin Gladiators, and only getting bigger. Quinn farming another stack of Ancients. DD Rune bottled, so ready to fight again if they want to group up and smoke with Tofu and Celery. These two supports, yeah, just holding hands, wandering around together. Brothers in arms, Undying and Batrider. Wherever you go, I follow.
Yeah, they're looking for action. I generally like to see this type of play where the two supports just go together and try to group up with cores and non-stop fight. So they're gonna 3-man smoke together with the TA here. DD rune available.
Oh, the scan. They felt them coming. Shackle shot not really gonna latch on Tofu. X mark into boat for the Batrider though. As a flame break gonna push around G2.iG as Doracio and Quinn go in the backlines for JT. Wind Ranger gets shredded by this DDTA. Nothing to say, TP's out with his blade mail up, and Baboka going to kill the tombstone off, but they'll lose a couple of heroes here. The 4 and 3 dead for G2.iG, only getting the Batrider in the trade.
That was a bad start to the fight there. They tried to catch the TA with the X mark from nothing to say, but using the Meld Strike, he disjointed the cast animation of the X mark, so TA got out safely, and then without focusing her when she has that DD rune, that fight is not going to go your way. You can see the fight just went out of hands as both TB and TA bring so much damage.
Yeah, they just shred through people so quickly. And again, Gaimin Gladiators bring the numbers. 5 members down in that bottom lane fight, making sure everyone's involved. Don't give G2.iG any breathing room whatsoever.
Yeah, they keep playing aggressive. We see them on the map, just trying to take over the top part of the map now. TA has the Dragonlance and Blink, going towards the Deso next. And that tier 2 tower is looking like the next target for them to focus down on.
You can just see how Nothing to Say is he's kind of afraid there. He sees the TA show and he's like, okay, if TA's here, there must be 4 heroes behind her. He pops the blade mail and now he's X marking to try and clear that wave top.
Mid lane,
Gladiators.
Celery and Ace.
Yeah, they've moved into mid. Baboka starts onto Ace. The Centaur, not really the target I would imagine you'd go for, and yeah, he finds out why.
That just looked very disjointed. Baboka went in so early without the support of JT and X-Nova really ready for him there. This looks a bit stretched by IG, not really finding the rotations that they want at this point.
Yeah, I mean, after such a good start from Nothing to Say, things have kind of fallen apart, trying to break through this brick wall of Gaimin Gladiators heroes that just keep coming as 5 wherever you find them.
You see every single core just building their advantage as well. We have, the top 3 farmers right now is all on Gaimin Gladiators. Their net worth is very, very strong.
Yeah, and honestly, I thought their timing was more like 20-25 minutes with a TATB. But what is it, 12, 13 minutes in, now 16. They're ready to take these fights. They've got Blink, Dragonlance, almost Deso, honestly, on Quinn. It looks like he's just 1,000 away from that Mithril Hammer. X-Nova gonna get slapped by the Meld Strike. Long range projectile flying and following the techies.
I think Gaimin Gladiators is just doing a way better job grouping up and having all the people there when they want to take a decisive fight. With IG, they're trying a little bit too much and not respecting that Gaimin Gladiators will also bring the numbers. Like the jump on the Centaur there, thinking, oh, maybe he's alone. But immediately he gets the backup. You need to be together and coordinated if you're going to bring down these heroes, especially the cores.
Well, this gives quite a bit of freedom to Quinn. Forces the glyph on that tier 2 top, but he's still going to cut the wave in behind it and keep that pressure coming with the next creep wave of his own.
Yeah. Having the haste rune, he's able to join his team very quickly or get out of this area very quickly. So he can play very aggressively to try and pressure that tier 2 a little bit more.
Yeah, and I do like this kind of spread of farming as well. So TA clears a wave, gets the medium camp, and then goes back to tier 2. Batrider is close enough to join the fight, but now farming some jungle camps and stacks for Tofu to build up into his next item. And Ace was here as well. He farms the more southern camps, then clears out mid, allowing them to group up and smoke as they head south. G2.iG, they're all down here, looking for a tier 2 of their own. And Quinn, he's got the potential to TP.
Tower's gonna go down before they're here. Techies might tank this gank here, breaking the smokes. X-Nova gonna be the only sacrifice here, I think, as he goes in. He basically ran straight into the smoke, so I think he wanted to just keep his team safe, and they do not want to take in team fight right now without Kunkka.
Yeah, it looked like he knew exactly what he was doing. The icebreaker, just getting in front of the ship and make sure that I'm gonna get cracked by Gaimin Gladiators there.
This does mean that they're spending a lot of time running away, though. They got a tier 2 tower, which is really nice, but again, they come down to bottom part of the map on Gaimin Gladiators, and that means all of them have to just bail on IG, so it's a lot of time spent running away, whereas look at Gaimin Gladiators going in for this Kunkka, running aggressively.
Yeah, straight back up to top. There's these sweeping moves, bouncing from one side of the map to the other, and it's G2.iG that are finding scraps. They're fighting for the scraps at the bottom of the barrel. I'm just trying to hope they don't get found. Crossing the river is a scary prospect for the Chinese team.
I think they have a lot of timings they need to wait for on the side of IG. They need a BKB on Windrunner before she can feel really safe. And similarly, the Morphling, yeah, you have your Manta and your Vlads, but you don't really have that fighting item. The Phylactery is going to be his next item to get some burst on that W.
Yeah, I guess then also Baboka looking to scale on this Marcy as well. Phase, double Wraith Band, BKB queued up for him. So as we head into that kind of later game, I do have quite a bit of scaling here as G2.iG.
It's queued up, but he is poor. He is really poor. Looking over at Tofu on his Batrider, he's got 6.3k net worth, 3,000 ahead of Baboka. Been using that Firefly to farm up, and it's paying off. He has the Spirit Vessel complete against the Morphling, and he also has a Blink Dagger and just 400 gold.
He's massive. Full Spirit Vessel. And look at that. Quinn just goes into Roche, gets the Aegis. 20 minutes in, this is go time.
Use the Flesh Golem together with the Meld and the Deso to bring it down quickly. Top now a dive onto Kunkka.
Just immediate. Duraccio and Ace, they're there. You know, okay, Roshan died, Aegis claimed, nothing to say, thinks, hey, I've got a few seconds to clear this creep wave. No, Gaimin Gladiators, they are steps ahead of you.
Yeah, falling behind rapidly here. IG losing control of the map, losing their mid laner there as well. And TA now going down bottom, taking over this area again. Windrunner is going to windrun TP, so she's going to be fine.
And Baboka also going to TP out of that bottom lane as well.
They're pinging up the Tormentor. I think IG already feel that the push is going to come with this Aegis to take the bottom tier 1, tier 2. And they want to take the Tormentor before they're going to lose control of this area. Because within the next few minutes, we're going to see Gaimin Gladiators facilitate a push with the Aegis.
Just don't die to it.
Well, you know, he
died,
he got the shard, Gareth. He's happy. It's a fine trade for a support. He's happy for it.
Yeah, and like you say, making sure the enemy doesn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely would be on the agenda, but with him dead and with them taking Tormentor, they know that they probably lost a lot of HP, so Marcy went to base. They can easily just push this tier 1. Now even smoking up the Blink Batrider here, who's almost as farmed as a core. He's catching up to the Kunkka and the Windranger.
Not too far behind. And try and use some of that net worth now. Smoked up with Ace and Celery.
Oh, they're gonna go for the spot.
Ooh. Can they find him? NTS already backs up. TB in the jungle has found Baboka though. Chasing Marcy. Let's see if she can rebound back to safety off the Windranger. Well done by JT to get there, but the jump in with a lasso, catching Morphling. They found a bigger, juicier target. You got your Windranger out. Kunkka disengaged. Marcy's out of there, but the Morphling's dead. That's really sad for G2.iG. They tried so hard and still get caught.
Trying hard is not all that counts. It's just you gotta do it good too. Gaimin Gladiators just finding another coordinated rotation. They set it up so beautifully, and IG just look like they don't have anything they can really orchestrate here against what Gaimin Gladiators are doing. They lost their carry, and now mid tower is soon to follow.
It is really impressive. What a 10k lead emerging now for Gaimin Gladiators. Still plenty of time on Aegis.
Moves on their own right now. Like, they had a good start. The Kunkka was looking really big, but then they've just been outmaneuvered on the map so hard by Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah.
It's also not what we would expect between, you know, the team that only has 2 disables being so dominant in the early game. Usually, those type of drafts scale well into late game. Like, we see the TA and TB, but early game, they're actually just dominating this.
They're really making those decisive moves. Well, Batrider going to get caught by the X. Trying to flame break his way out of here. It might have succeeded. At least delaying the inevitable. Still dies to the Techie's mines with the tombstones on the ground. Age Shackle shot it up as JT and Next Nova blow up Duraccio. TB gone. Rebound and dispose there onto Ace.
There we see the power of that Aghanim's on Kunkka not being respected fully, and a closed, nice team fight here for Kunkka to get a beautiful Torrent Storm out. They focused the Tombstone immediately as well, bringing that down, and TB did not have a chance to even use his Thunder. Gets bursted from full HP. He had like a split second of not being stunned, but not enough to cast anything.
Yeah, unfortunate one for Gaimin Gladiators. They had a DDTA ready to strike. Just getting caught a little bit there. As G2.iG finally making one of those fast, snappy moves to get into a position of power. Now even stealing enemy ancient stacks. And swooping up for that top tier 1, it looks like.
Yeah, ganks the tower. It's not going to run away. Good target. No glyph available as well, either for Radiant. So they get a lot out of this. Stealing enemy ancients and taking tower. This is a perfect teamfight turnaround for them. And now the gap is only 6,000 gold. Still a pretty significant lead for Radiant, but it was looking very, very grim before this fight.
I've still not really touched Quinn, though. He's got 1 death from earlier on, 1-1 and a 7, but 15,000 net worth stacked up. Double bounty runes going to get grabbed as well. This TA is becoming absolutely monstrous.
He is becoming really big. The question is how late game is going to play out, though. They have a great advantage right now, but TA against Morphling can be dangerous. Windrunner can be annoying. There are some heroes that actually counter TA fairly well. The thing is, though, there's also TB that they have to focus on IG. So still in a good spot. Gaimin Gladiators gonna keep farming up for a bit here, working on item timings. TB is going for an early MKB to counter Windrunner, and TA almost has the full BKB, just 20 more gold.
Yeah, so what's after the BKB for Quinn? Is it like MKB to deal with Wind Ranger, or is there something more important that TA is going to need?
Oh, I would say MKB is the item. Hurricane Pike is also really good, so we might see him go for that. But yeah, MKB, Hurricane Pike basically should be the priority items. Could go for crits as well. Is a decent option going Daedalus.
Okay. Some options there. MKB is queued. That's what we're looking for. Monet does finish off that Kanda. Morphling potentially ready to dish out some serious damage now, as long as his frontline Kunkka Marcy can keep a bit of the noise away from him.
Bit of danger there for TA. Almost got caught by a Wind Ranger or Marcy running into her, and the chain stubs are definitely there on the side of IG. If they get a Shackle shot, they can follow it up with Torrent Storm, both. There's so many things. Mid. Dangerous here. Are they gonna jump JT? Battery looking for it.
There we go. BKB's up for JT. Let's see if they can burst her down after the wind run expires. Rebound in from Marcy to focus the Tombstone, and Baboka disappears. Ace blinks into the back on the JT, so they'll take down the Wind Ranger as well. Oh, hang on, gets off the wind run again, and TB getting blown up by Monet. JT is still alive, finally slain by the Templar Assassin, but Gaimin Gladiators losing 4.
And Quinn just running away at this point. He did stay on target there, trying to bring down the Wind Ranger. Took a while to kill her, as 2.6k HP. They couldn't burst her between the wind runs there. And she stayed alive long enough for TB to get bursted and her team having a great fight. So again, we see the value of this Kunkka. Just absolutely dumpstering the TB, as he does not have a BKB. And look at him. The fight starts out looking nice, but then TB's perspective changes to a grim future here.
Yeah, that 2-man torrent boat into the secondary torrent from the storm.
To blast off into, yeah, I mean, they have a million disables. I think we're gonna see TB queue up the BKB. Yeah, already queued up. He's like, okay, I wanted MKB, but this probably should have been a BKB before MKB. You don't need True Strike to counter the Wind Ranger if you can't even stay alive for a second now. 2 fights in a row, just getting bursted immediately.
Yeah, needs some protection, that's for damn sure. I mean, maybe we also think about the shard on Undying. Need to get that up on Celery as a bit of a backup plan. Go kill the Tormentor, boys. We need that shard ASAP.
Definitely a good option for them to try and save and break the combo, right? It's all you need against as a TB. If the Chainstorm stops, you can get up the hotel Tombstone and then use Thunder, and you're back to full HP.
Yeah. Ace stepping up here against JT, and X-Nova does get off the Stampede, but he's been X-marked back into this boat. Quinn is here as a bit of covering fire. Ace is tanky, yes, but there's a lot of control and damage from G2.iG to bring him down. Overstepping again, and Gaimin Gladiators starting to crumble a little bit after that incredible mid game.
I mean, only 3k advantage. Now they're smoking and going again. They don't have bolt. They don't have focus fire. Could be a dangerous fight for IG, but how will they connect here?
Quinn blinks
Gladiators
away.
running.
Scatter to the wind. Get the hell out of here, boys. TP's ready for Quinn.
Okay, now he's... Oh, no, the Gleipnir!
No! The Gleipnir got the TB! Oh, Dyrachyo, 3 fights in a row.
Oh my god, dude. Dyrachyo went from having the cleanest, like, easiest carry game to 3 fights in a row doing no damage and just getting immediately blown up. This is so sad for him. This BKB, he needs it desperately. Like, he needs to stay in the safe area of the map and work to get that done, because these fights are horrendous for him at this point.
Yeah, just 3-4 minutes, just go farm it. Get it done.
And like you said, go get that Tormentor as well. They have TA and Undying right next to the Tormentor now. They should really take Tormentor and get that shard on Undying, possibly. Maybe they get the Batrider if they're unlucky, but... Boca got spotted on a trap here for a second. Of course,
any stuns? Yeah, any stuns? No, they're just going to TP home then.
And they're not going to take Tormentor? They're in the area. This feels like, you know, missing a good opportunity to get a way to save the TB in the future, or saving anyone against these chain stuns. That shard on Undying is crucial at this point. Now they're all going there. Might see them go back for it. Or are they just going to go for a move again? They have smoke. Okay.
It's like
it's coming in.
Yeah, it's Roche timing. Luckily for Gaimin Gladiators, it was kind of a long spawn, so the death on the TB and stuff hasn't caused any major issues in that regard. 30 seconds to go and 5 seconds till daytime. So yeah, guaranteed daytime Roshan from our perspective.
Yeah. I mean, that's tough though for Gaimin Gladiators to smoke the top area, but what are you gonna do in the top area really? The Roche is guaranteed to be bottom now. They already took the top tower. This smoke is into nothing.
Go high ground, go tier 3.
I mean, honestly, go pressure might be the right play here, because you know the opponents are probably controlling Roche at this point. So yeah, up on the high ground, try to deal some damage. The tower is low HP, but Glyph is gonna protect it for now. Of course, Roche being started at this point.
And Baboka popping the ulti for it. Try and kill it off as quickly as possible, as that tier 3 tower push does come in from Quinn.
Roche down, mass TP back to base. Tower almost finished off, but doesn't quite have the time to finish it. He did get the quiver, by the way, on TA. Very nice drop in this game against both the Morphling and the Wind. The big magical burst can be really useful here. And the true strike against Wind, of course.
And G2.iG come back, maintain their lanes. Time to get some use out of this Aegis now, though. Where do you go? Because it's one of those weird games where tier 2s have kind of already fallen. What's the area of the map that G2.iG want to be in?
They want to take over enemy ancients, but also they kind of need to get a gem at some point. Oh, they just got a gem on techies, so they can start controlling these traps. It's very hard to have map control against TA if you don't get a gem, but now techies gonna just take the time to sweep the map, get some D wards, and get vision advantage. That's really the thing they're fighting for now. Less so buildings, more so map control.
I mean, it really is becoming apparent, this Terrorblade problem with the MKB first, because it's also the coinciding timing of the TA as well. You would love to have them basically have the same items, the BKB, MKB at the same time, which Quinn is going to get to that point pretty shortly. Just waiting on money for Demon Edge, it looks like.
Yeah, they're finishing it up.
But now you're waiting for the TB BKB after that as well.
Yeah, and you know, his BKB is going to come after the Marcy enemy BKB here, finishing up hers, and that's going to be a huge power spike for her, being able to go in without having a lot of effects to worry about. You can even, you know, protect yourself against some of the stuff that's not intuitive, like the meld can be dispelled with it, and then TA doesn't hit as hard afterwards. So we'll see how IG start pushing their advantage here as they have these BKB advantages. Also, the Lotus Orb on Nothing to Say this game could be a good item as well against the Thunder, against the Lasso. We'll see how much value he gets out of it. And of course, to remove the silence of TA traps.
Yeah, true. Well, they'll get the tier 2 top. That last outer tower gone. I'm thinking about going...
What's the plan here? Have the Aegis, of course, on Morphling. Looks like they're just going towards mid. Not gonna stick around to take the Torm either. Tormentors are being ignored so hard this game, man. There's no love. That would have taken them like 5 seconds. They were all right there, but they have bigger targets. They want to go towards the mid.
A bigger fish to fry. They've got some, Morphling illusions pretending to be TV up at top. And mid-tier 3 disappears. Racks wide open. Glyph is there for Gaimin Gladiators. They'll use it to protect their buildings for now. Ace TPing back. Gaimin Gladiators filtering into their base. But look at this. Tidal Wave. Quinn, half HP already being burst. Drag back with a lasso. Getting in onto Baboka. Dyrachyo opens up with his Metamorphosis now as well. But they've got the boats and Torrent Storm still to come. And Monet has that Aegis in hand. Second life available. He'll waveform back on 1 HP. Zombies chasing. TA trap there as well. Now, this is a little awkward. G2.iG, they're on the retreat, still able to turn and fight if they need to, but Monet's just going to BKB and try and run, it looks like. X-Nova sacrificing. Monet tried to TP, but something cancelled it. I don't know if it was him or something else, but he's stopped in his tracks. Waveform in 5 seconds, and it looks like he's just got enough distance here. Mantis out of the TA trap slot.
He's not safe yet. They're drumming
Quinn,
after, chasing.
Ace, they get an illusion. That's not real. Monet, he's getting a little bit of distance now, and it looks like he's out of here.
Should be fine at this point. They get out, and they importantly didn't actually lose any core. They did lose the Aegis, of course, so that was a little bit costly. We see a bit of a replay here to start a fight. Looked promising, pulling the TA in, but the good reaction here by Batrider going in together with Ace, stunning up everyone. They bring down the support immediately, and then they have a number advantage, and they just pile on to the Morphling from there. Very hard fight to turn around when you don't have the Marcy and the full numbers here.
That was a huge stomp from Ace. That 4-man stomp from Ace basically made sure that nobody with Gaimin Gladiators died in the initial salvo of damage.
He cancelled himself, yeah.
He did, yeah?
It was in BKB, so they didn't have anything that could have stopped it there. That's good. Good replay, we got to see that at least. Whether or not. But we're going to see a tournament to take here by IG. They get the shard on Marcy. This shard is absolutely absurdly important. It is really, really important. Now he can target enemies with a rebound, and also he gets the speed himself from his rebound when he does the jump. That's a 50% speed increase since he did take the talent. So this is very, very useful for him to be able to play a little bit smoother.
G2.iG smoking again. Nothing to say. Baboka, X-Nova wanting to get something done.
Finally, they get that Tormentor, and they do luck out in getting the correct shard. Of course, the shard on Batrider would have been pretty useless. It's not really great for support Batrider.
Was it a 50-50?
Yeah, it's 50-50 between them, so...
Yeah.
I mean, he does have quite good farm on Batrider. Once he has the Bongo Boots, he would be able to do something with the shard, but it's nowhere near as useful as the Tombstone save now. So they have a way to disjoint those chain stuns.
Oh, a DD bottom as well. Oh, Quinn's gonna love that.
Fantastic for him. They thought about giving it to TB for a second there, both of them sticking around. But gonna be TA holding it up. Didn't bottle it, so they want to take a fight immediately.
Go straight for it. Morphling Illusion's cutting wave though. 3 creeps gonna arrive on that dire base with a TB illusion. G2.iG, they've got a smoke on X-Nova here as they're trying to reposition themselves, but the jump is already there, and oh my god! Nothing to say. He has buyback, but I don't know.
He did not expect to get bursted that fast.
Oh, look at this TA go as well. Oh, yeah, look at her go. Disappears and dies. I thought she was going to get a kill on Baboka there, but I dispose now from this Marcy. Opens up with a BKB Unleash and kills off Ace. 2 in a row there.
A little bit undisciplined to keep chasing there, trying to get more after the first kill. Just getting Kunkka was already fantastic for them, but stretching too thin, getting punished. TA just a bit out of position. And they used meta as well for this, so this is a good timing for IG to try and do something. With the buyback of Kunkka, they have all the tools ready that they can just keep going down mid.
I mean, Quinn must have felt so strong there. Kill Kunkka, yes, keep on going, go next, go next.
I mean, you have a DD rune, you want to keep hitting, it's understandable, but he did put himself in a very dangerous spot, and Undying simply doesn't have the speed to help him. And speaking of Undying, doesn't have the speed to match the Wind Ranger either. She just dives in here and gets the kill.
Yeah. 2 heroes down with buyback, 1 without. TA not going to be showing her face for another 30 seconds plus. So a set of barracks here for G2.iG in the mid lane, and potentially more. Creep waves coming in top. Plenty of ability to go for tier 3 bottom lane and top as well.
This is just so much push available. Nothing to say, playing a bit safe as he knows he used his buyback before. He doesn't want to be the first target, but Morphling says, I have buyback, I have BKB, I'm super strong. So Monet is just leading away here saying, guys, go for everything.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be Megas. Gaimin Gladiators is going to have to try and do something. Hold back G2.iG with a blink stomp from Ace. Morphling gets into TB mode. Whack away at this tier 3 tower.
Finally got back out.
That's a dieback on Kunkka if he drops here. Nothing to say, gone. And Gaimin Gladiators, hang on a second. Monet gonna TP out with his BKB up. Chase on towards Baboka, but he's done the same thing. A lot of physical damage, but not enough to shred him. So 2 lanes down, but 90 seconds no Kunkka.
What a surgical jump there by Tofu. So clutch. That could be a game saver right there. We see a JT now trying to play a bit aggressive because he knows he needs to be a distraction. He has BKB ready. He has a lot of tools, but if they allow them to push down mid, this is going to be horrible for their chances of winning.
Yeah, I mean, this is TB with meta ready. Deso TA with 16 charges on it. If they get to your base, they could crush buildings very quickly.
Yeah, he's cutting mid creep wave, and they're killing off creeps together with the Morphling illusions as well. So they're working on pushing in mid top tower right now. Ace got a creep wave going towards the enemy base. 50 seconds on Kunkka. Monet gonna run into TA.
What's the buyback status on the rest of them? Morphling has it. Oh god, the lasso straight in. Tofu just gets right on top of the target. Dead for 50. No buyback on techies. 1 lane down.
Oh, this
move into mid. Gaimin Gladiators. This game has swung back and forth so many times. Difficult to keep track of who's in the lead, what's going on, but buybacks are the most important thing right now. As everyone's going for buildings and bases.
Is too long. They're gonna get megas if they don't do something.
Tier 3's falling, shackle shot thrown. Ace gonna blink into the trees on the right. Baboka has no BKB, so he's stampeded and nearly killed. Now the BKB comes out. Physical down from Duraccio and Quinn. The TB dropping low, but the Sunder's there. Buys a bit of time and a bit of HP from, I think, his teammate Ace as Monet tries to stand his ground and force them back. Barracks is still standing.
Kunkka is back as well now, ready to take a fight, but they back out. They respect the Kunkka, not gonna team fight into that Torrent Storm, and they get everything that they wanted here. Beautiful push for Gaimin Gladiators to equalize the situation on the barracks front. So now they have the top 2 lanes. See a bit of a replay here. Man, Tofu is just such a god, dude. Delivering clutch catches there. The high ground vision as well. There we see a nice save on himself with the Sunder by Duraccio.
Yeah, he sees the 2 BKB G2.iG heroes and he's like, Ace, I'm sorry, it's gotta be you.
Someone has to get sundered.
They get themselves out of that. And like you say, equalizing things on parity now.
Yeah,
like
bottom Roche is available, so both teams have no time to rest. They're gonna have to play for this immediately. Double team smoke up. Tense moment here as Tofu is looking for yet another beautiful grab. He gets scanned up.
Radiant are scanning.
Power shot, try and get a bit of vision in behind the pit. Oh, here we go. Our favorite, the standoff around the southeast Roshan.
That's a good spot for Gaimin Gladiators, though. Batrier could find something.
So many good places to hide. Oh, he blinks away just in time from that waveform of Monet. Good attempt from G2.iG. Chasing Tofu's back, keeping tabs on him. Ace is the one to make the jump this time. 2-man stun. Monet turns and fights, gets off the Satanic, trying to blast into Ace. Torrent Storm is there, and Baboka gets destroyed. Tofu still in the back lines, but Ogre told him to get him into the pit. And now look at the zombies. With a TB slow out of the Scardy, getting on top of Monet, and Ace with another jump, finding JT, 1 HP remaining, and Quinn will come to finish the job. Monet in trouble, the TB illusion, that's a reflection killing him. He killed himself.
Oh my god, the damage. Ace is so big in this fight as well, just jumping in forward. He has the Aesthetic Cap, the Eternal Shroud, and the Shivas. He cannot be touched. So look at his initiation here. 2-man stun. Ace just catches a beautiful start to the fight.
Yeah, I mean, so much emphasis. You were talking about it. We were talking about it. I guess G2.iG were talking about it as well. Batrider, where is he? Try and find that pesky, annoying initiation hero. And they did. They stopped Tofu from initiating, and then you realize that Ace also can initiate. He's got to blink. He's got these big 2, 3, 4-man move stomps to stop G2.iG in their tracks.
Yeah, absolutely enormous. Back in the game, then they got themselves that Aegis, and now going down the bottom lane, looking for that final piece of the puzzle, getting the mega creeps, and maybe even game. Morphling doesn't have buyback. He spent all his money to buy that Satanic.
Bottom barracks are under attack.
Dead for 25 more seconds. So mega creeps coming. Tier 4 is getting shoved as well. Techie's got a lot on his plate here to get some mines down. Ace, yeah, like, oh man, 4,500 HP.
I'm not sure they have time to respawn here. They need to do something. Buyback is available in Wind, but she's not using it.
And Cook is gone. Just lassoed and dragged into the TB's meta. But Boca in trouble as well. Has the BKB and rebound away out of his base. And now the throne is falling. Gaimin Gladiators just focusing on buildings. Quinn will turn and try and kill off JT, it looks like. The Focus Fire doing very little as the rest of Gaimin Gladiators just hit the throne.
Oh man. You have to wonder there. He was holding his buyback. He spent some money towards the very end of it, but Gaimin Gladiators